Hi guys, today we're working on Module 3, Lesson 7, Ordering Integers and Rational Numbers. So really we're ordering numbers from greatest to least or least to greatest, whatever they ask for us to do. So I'm going to give us a problem. We're going to take time to write it down like a story, and then we'll go through it and I'll show you guys how to work on it. So, the record low for, temperature Madeira in January is negative 37 degrees Fahrenheit in January, and negative 42 degrees Fahrenheit in February. Of course, that's not true. It's just a story to go with what we're learning. Order the numbers from least to greatest and explain how you arrived at that order. Okay, so you can pause it right here if you need to, and then push play when you're ready to continue on. So I'm going to pay attention to the two numbers I see in the problem. The record low temperature for Madeira in January is negative 37 degrees Fahrenheit and negative 42 degrees Fahrenheit in February. We're going to order the numbers from least to greatest and explain how you arrived at that order. I number these because those are the two things they're asking us to do. Now in this lesson they want us to do a couple of things. The first thing they want us to do is they want us to read the problem and pay attention to the important words and numbers. The important words and numbers I see are January, and January is at negative 37 degrees Fahrenheit. And I also see February at negative 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? The second step in solving this and explaining it is they want you to draw it. Okay, so we're dealing with temperature, so we're going to do a vertical line, number line, dealing with temperature. And we're going to start with 0 up here because we're dealing with negative numbers. I don't need anything above 0, and I'm going to go by, let's go by 5s. Or let's go by 10. Negative 10, negative 20, negative 30, negative 40. And I can even make these, let's be 5, negative 5, negative 15, negative 25, negative 35, negative 45. Okay? So I'm going to plot the points now. Now negative 37, negative 5, negative 15, negative 10, negative 15, negative 20, negative 25, negative 30, negative 35. I'm getting closer. I go to negative 40, that's too far, so I'm going to gauge it. It's right between negative 37 right there, so we're just going to plot it right there. That's negative 37 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you have negative 42, do the same thing. I know negative 42 is between negative 40 and negative 45. So I'm going to put it right here and put negative 42 degrees Fahrenheit. The next step they want you to do to help yourself solve this is they want you to write out your explanation now. Write out your explanation. So, looking at this, 0 being the biggest number on our number line and 45 being the smallest, Why? Because the bigger the negative number, the smaller it gets. 37 is greater than 42. So this is how you would explain it in writing. Since negative 42 is furthest from 0 and negative 37 is above negative 42 on my number line, negative 42, is less than negative 37. So since 42 is furthest from 0, negative 42 is the smaller number. So the way you write your answer then, this is the last step. Oops, you can't see it. I'm so sorry. Your answer then would be negative 37 is greater than negative 42. Okay, so these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to answer the entire problem. They do also have you do it with decimals, but we're going to do the decimal ones in class just so we get that practice and you guys are understanding that 1 decimals are a little bit harder than just using regular integers with negative numbers. So I will let you know how to do that one in class. Other than that, this is pretty much it for today's lesson. Take notes, write down questions if you have any, and we'll talk tomorrow in class to make sure everybody's okie dokie. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.